All right, today I'm going to show you the new marine management software that I have incorporated into my business and my product, ShopSync. So, if you are curious about some of the info on this, you can go to my site www.shopsynq.ai. All the marine info is on here, and these are the two plans, so Solo and Marina. And then if you already have a plan or you're on a free trial, you click log in there in the top right, which is hidden by my face, but this is the desktop for Marine Solo and the Marina plan. The difference between Solo and Marina is Solo is designed around there being one team member, right? So if you guys that are interested in getting this tool for your business, you say you just do boat detailing or you do outboard engine repair and you just want to keep track of everything, your customers, your boats, your jobs and your time, stuff like that. If you want to inventory parts, get that solo plan, 90 bucks a month. Annual plans for both, you save 15% on the month if you pay on the year instead. So you come in as a solo person, you're only going to have yourself on here. If you have a bunch of employees, you're a marina or um, an inland shop or something like that, and you're doing a lot of work, even if all you're doing is like boat storage and you want to keep track of everything in one place, say like shrink wrapping, um, fiberglass repair, deck repair, whatever, stuff like that, come in and you'd add your team members here. So you add them in, select whether they're a technician. A lot of this is up to you how you want to run it because in the permissions matrix here, you're going to be able to select who has access to what parts. So you can make a manager that's also a technician, right? If they're the guy that's going to be out there doing the jobs, tracking their time, stuff like that, you can give them the same permissions as the technician would have. So on your daily dashboard, you're going to see your current recent work orders, you're going to see your open work orders, you're going to see your vessels that you have on the calendar for today, your daily revenue, your current techs that are clocked in, and then your appointments for the day. Simple enough. Come into work orders, and you can view the ones that you already have open. Go through, add and remove line items, and it'll ask you when you want to edit something if you actually want to do that or not. And then, of course, in let's say this work order, we got somebody who just wants to have a porthole leak checked. Check and advise porthole leak starboard side. We'll say $0, right? We're just checking this out for them. And then, of course, this customer complaint that I have already created from the past, they were talking about an auxiliary diesel. This is a sailboat. Um, Engine wouldn't start. Let's say our average diagnosis charge is $100, so we'll put that on there. So there you go. Subtotals those items out. And then we can go into customers. We can add a new customer. We can edit our existing ones. I'll just show you what that looks like. So here we have James Callahan and the contact info, their address, their boat, and the most recent work order. So this one he brought it in. It's waiting on the parts, right? But we can also go back and view, add, edit his boats, or in this case on ShopSync, I call them vessels. So you can come in here and add a vessel. We can see the year, the make, the model, the trim, the colors, hull ID number, engine hours, boat type, engine make, engine model, fuel type, boat length, and dock slip if it's something that you have on your site. You've leased this customer a dock space or whatever. You can add that in there. Just helps keep track of everything going on. Or we can view an existing model. So he's got a 2023 Yamaha 252 SD, right? It's gray and black. Haul ID numbers in here. It's brand new. It's only got 58 engine hours. Um, jet drive. It's jet ski or a jet boat. So we've got the length. We've got this is a customer that has a dock slip with us. All of that's right in there. And then we can go and create a new appointment. So the way this works, say it's a customer you already have, you search their name in here, or you can add a new customer right here. So if somebody calls in or somebody just drops in, whatever the case is, typically I imagine for appointments it's going to be a call in, right? But this allows you to go ahead and set that up. And so we'll go ahead and cancel. Let me check my existing customers real quick and just see so I know what to do. We'll go with Tom Delgado, right? Let's say Delgado calls us on the phone. Okay, so he calls in. Hey Tom, how's it going? And we say, he's like, hey, I want to come by the, let's say it's a dock, or you're a detailer. Let's say you're a detailer, all right? He calls you, he says, hey, I've got the boat out in the driveway. I want to get everything cleaned up. I want the deck to sparkle because we're taking it out this weekend, having a little party. I just want everything to look great. So we'll say, um, full deck slash hull detailing. And he wants this done on Thursday. He says we can come out around 3 p.m., right? So we'll go ahead and put that in. He wants to be there when he's doing it. He's not going to haggle us about it, but he just wants to be able to be there because he's going to pull the boat out for us, set it on the drive. All right. So we'll put him on at 3 tomorrow. We'll say it's a 4-hour, and we'll go ahead and book it. Now, there you go. That shows up on your calendar. You can click on it right there, and then once it's on there, say you're showing up, or you're going to go ahead and give them the estimate. We'll go ahead and click Convert to Open Work Order. It'll ask us for permission. You say Sure, and there you go. Now you have your new work order created, and let's say that there's two ways we can do this. To say we have a flat rate for a full detail. So we can put that in to our pricing, or and we can do it every time we create an RO, or this is, I say ROs because I come from the car side, but work orders, WOs. We can create a save WO line. And this is going to save you from having to re-enter this every time that you go in. So, um, full deck, hull, and quarters detail. Detail entire vessel with quarters. So maybe like if it's a jet ski, obviously we're not going to charge as much as if it's a 42 foot, right? But let's say that we have a flat rate price on any boat over 20 feet. Let's call it that. So let's say our price is 1,500 bucks. Now we'll save this. Then every time that we create a new repair order, so we can go back to our new work order, we can go back to Delgado, and then we can add an item, and we can add our saved item here. Full deck, check it, boom, it's on there. Now we can delete this silly line we just made if we want, because now we know what our price is for everything. And then you can also do your arrival condition photo and videos if you want to. You can do your before and afters there. You can do everything that you want. Just keep track of everything. Keep yourself safe. You can print this work order so that you have the paper copy, or you can share it with the customer. This is just a simple line there because there's only one item on this, but that just gives you the paper view. Or we can share it with the customer. Now this is where ShopSync really comes in handy for me specifically in my shop working on cars all the time. You can generate a portal link for that customer. Copy that. You can email it to them, text it to them, whatever you want to do. or you can do a status link. Now, this is other stuff that you can enable or disable. You don't have to generate it for anybody if you don't want to, or you can edit what items they actually see. But the status link will just tell them when the work order is complete. It'll tell them, when to come pick up the work order. It'll give them whatever. The portal link is different. That allows the customer to have their own one-time view in, and they'll be able to see their repair histories, their invoice history, their vessel details, all of that, without having to call you up. So let's say somebody does call in and they ask about what you did when you winterized the boat last fall. You can send them that link one time. They can log into it. These are set up so that they expire in 30 days. So you might have to resend it to them next time that they want to know some details. But that just saves you having to go back through it and walk through it with them. Of course, you still can, but it just gives you a little bit of flexibility there. Then we can also, of course, turn this straight into a invoice. And if you have over here in payments, so back to settings in payments, if you want to be able to, if you don't already have a point of sale or a card reader or something that you've already paid for, you can use Stripe Connect, Stripe Express account here, and it's going to be just about 3% from Stripe fees plus 30 cents per transaction. So what the Stripe Connect does, it generates a payment link, sends it to the customer, and they can pay via Apple Pay, Google Pay, credit card, debit card, bank transfer, whatever they want to do, and it goes straight back to your bank account. So when you come in as the account owner, you click on Connect Stripe account, and then it will take you in to the Stripe dashboard just natively here on ShopSync, and it will ask you to put in your personal info or your business info, and then your business bank account. Stripe automatically deposits each credit card or card, any Stripe transaction at all, payment right into your business bank account. So super easy, super clean, already built in. And you don't need to have a physical reader if you don't want to. You can just use my site, and the customer's phone becomes the payment portal. And then if that's enabled, that shows up there in invoice as send payment link. So on Delgado's here. Whoops, that's the old one. My bad. But we'll go back to work orders. We'll go back to his new one. I didn't turn it into an invoice yet. That's why it's not there. So we're going to, let's say we're done with this detailing. So we're going to send him this invoice. So we're going to go ahead and hit invoice up here in the top right. It creates an invoice automatically. And now right here is going to be the send payment link button. It's not here because we don't have Stripe set up in this demo account, but it's right there. And then we can also, let's say it's a cash transaction. We can print the PDF or send it to them. So you can print it or email it to the customer or text it to them, save it as a file, whatever you want to do. It just gives you everything there. And if you have your business set up with the sales tax for your region and everything else, it automatically populates onto here. So it'll show you the tax, it'll show you the amount charged for each item, say it's parts, whatever the case is, it'll just show you the amount that you're charging the customer right there. And you can save this, print it off, send it to the customer, take a cash payment, or send them the payment link from Stripe. They can check out right there on their phone, super easy. And once they paid, let's say they paid this in cash, we can mark it as paid and we can say cash, check, other, whatever. So we'll say this guy, Tom Delgado, he gave us cash for this detail, confirm payment. Now it marks as paid, and it'll show up in our reports, and it'll show up in our daily revenue. So there's our daily revenue. We got 1 4-hour detailing done, $1,500. If you want to build in your supplies cost to that, you can, but that's the way that works. And then in reports, it will show up as your revenue, one way to track it, by RO, It'll give you the full breakdown. You can print these off as full views if you want to keep your records nice and clean. And this is the Marina view of reporting. Solo Marine accounts also have the in-depth reporting built in. The reason that the Solo Marine plan that I built is at a different level than the automotive plan is it's technically the shop plan from my automotive side, but I rebuilt everything to work for the marine services businesses out there, and I made it so that you can have access to a lot more. So it's essentially a hybrid between the shop and the solo plan from my automotive businesses. So you're able to get on there, do all of the reporting, do all of the customer links, and you're just a solo person. The Marina plan has everything that my maximum automotive plan does, all readapted over to be Marina. So I built it, new forms, new everything from the ground up for my aquatic guys out there. So if you guys are interested in trying it out, free 7-day trial, cancel it anytime before the 7 days, get no charge, and see how it works for you. So again, Solo Marine plan, $90 a month. If you bill it annually, you get a 15% discount, and the Marina plan is $270 a month, and that's for when you've got everything going on, a lot of customer volume, bunch of employees. You want to be able to do all of your integrations to other apps. You can come on, go into settings, go to API keys here, generate a new key, and talk about what it's for. So if it's QuickBooks, you can do that. If it's whatever the case is, then you can choose which info it actually has access to. That way you can link the two websites together or the two apps together. Let's see, in inspections, this is one last thing I'll cover. So we've got vessel inspections and we want to add them to every line. So they're going to go in here. Let's say this is the defaults. So when they're turned off, you don't have to worry about it. It's not going to automatically add. When it's turned on, it automatically adds it as a line to every new work order that you create, and you can go through and do everything on there. There's an option to automatically include it in the print off for the work order or the invoice. So if you want the customer to have a copy of their inspection every time, you can do it right there. These are all the default options. So safety equipment, bilges, hull and drive inspections, engine condition, so on, electrical conditions, fuel, and everything else. You can also just add a custom. So if you have a different inspection type that you like to do, or a different point that you want to inspect at your business, you can go ahead, put it in here, choose whether it's multiple choice, a pass, a fail, so on. And then it will also, at the bottom, every time you create a new inspection line, go down here, click Save Inspection Settings. You can also remove some of these from it. So, completely up to you, but use those inspection forms if you want. And the way that they look from the backside is, let's say we're a technician. This is the view of a technician. So this only applies if you are on the Marina plan. This is what your employee's view is going to be of the website. So they get a really stripped down version here. They can see the jobs that are coming into the shop. They can see their jobs for the day. So they can run time on the job, or they can run their general job work time for the day. Or you can have them track both. So they can clock in at the beginning of the morning and then run each line independently on the job. And it'll track their time for them. They can view their time. You can view their time as the manager, and everything else goes. So this is where you would run time clock, start timer, and they're going to click general shop time, no work order, right? They just got here in the morning. So that's how that works. And then when they're done, they click stop. That clocks them out for the day. Same goes on each line. They can track all of them simultaneously. And on their jobs, so let's go ahead and look at what we're doing on this job. So we want to start our time. We're doing this porthole leak. We're just going to go and inspect it, see what's going on, see if we can't identify the leak. So we'll go ahead and start our time on that. And now they're running time on that job. That's if you want to pay by flat rate like in the automotive space. But if you're paying your guys hourly, well, first of all, thank you. Good for you guys. And second of all, I mean, some guys prefer this flat rate in the automotive field, but I personally like paying my guys just by the hour. I think it builds a little more trust. Not to go into that, I don't want to stir the pot, but I'm just saying this may not get used at all unless you just want to keep track of how much you're charging your customers for labor. Have them run the time anyways. It's a nice feature to have. And then they can do their like an inspection video themselves when they run their vehicle or their vessel inspections. That can go in there, so on and so forth. So when they're done running their time on that, that stops, that goes on to the job, shows the tracker, shows that and everything else. So we'll switch back to the owner view and just show you what that looks like. Time and pay, you can see who ran time and on what jobs and what their hours were for the whole job or for the whole day or the whole week. And it breaks it down. So this demo marine here, that's as if that was one employee, so on and so forth. If you're signing up for the solo plan, you don't have to worry about that at all, but you can still run your own time as a solo. So you can run time on your jobs, assign yourself the jobs if you want to do it that way, or just track your time on each job. Just start the timer and stop it. However you want to do it, fully flexible. You can really manipulate the app to do whatever you want. And everything you can do on desktop, you can also do on your phone or a tablet or whatever else you want with your login. So you just log into it on whichever device you want to be on, get in there, get to work, make your business grow, make your customers happy, make yourself more money, and stay organized. That's why I built it. I use it for my shop every day now. I've been testing it myself, and now we've got a bunch of customers out here. Got a couple of other marine service businesses that are using the software, a couple new customers in the field. So everybody's so far giving a lot of good positive feedback. Hope that it works for you as well as it does for them and for me personally. And if you have any questions or say you want to get a personal demo, go to my website, www.shopsynq.ai, click on request a demo, or go ahead and sign up. Go ahead and sign up and request a demo at the same time. And I will host like a personal video call with you. We can talk about what you guys do. We can talk about what you want it to do for you and some of the limitations or the problems that you're facing right now. I'm not going to pressure you or anything. I just want to literally show you what it does and how I designed it to work for you and some of the other ways that you can still use it. So appreciate you guys watching the video. Appreciate you giving some interest to what I've built here, and I hope that it helps you in your day-to-day business life. Thank you so much for watching. Consider liking the video. Subscribe if you are definitely a ShopSync user and you want to get more updates, or you're just curious to see what else we got going on. Go ahead and drop a subscribe. Appreciate it. Share this video with somebody that you know who might need ShopSync in their life, and ask them to go ahead and give me a contact. Like I said, that request demo form on there is best way automatically, or you can send me an email through the website and I'll respond to it. I'm the guy. I am the customer service. I am the IT department. So pretty easy direct route to me. Go ahead and check it out today. I'll drop the video description. I'll put the link to shopsync.ai and check it out today. Appreciate it. Good luck out there.